Welcome to Christmas from the North Pole, Christmas Countdown from Geek, Alabama. Join us every day during the Christmas season where we talk about stories from the North Pole and Santa Claus. And here to tell your stories is your host, Nathan Young. Welcome to the latest edition of Christmas from the North Pole, Christmas Countdown. We have 23 days until Christmas Day. So in today's edition, we're going to talk about how the elves and Santa and the other staff live in the North Pole. Well, there's a couple of episodes we could do about this, but one of the most important things about living in the North Pole is it's isolated. It's extremely isolated. You're talking thousands of miles from the nearest city from the North Pole, through a ton of woods and landscapes with nobody living there. It's barren. It takes forever to get from the North Pole to the next major city, either in Russia or Canada or in Europe or somewhere in North America. So, the elves can get lonely. Like us humans, they can get lonely when they have nobody to talk to and nowhere they can go. And so, to combat the loneliness, especially during the winter months when it's dark all 24 hours during the winter, no sun whatsoever, they do have pets. And the pets they have up there, it's like dogs and cats and other pets. But the dogs have to have a thick fur coat. Same for the cats. They have to have a thick fur coat because it's the North Pole. And during the winter months, it's going to be extremely, extremely cold. So the types of dogs they have up there are Siberian Huskies and other very thick fur breeds. Because that's the best type of breeds that can survive the harsh environment in the North Pole, especially in the winter months. Same for cats. They have to have a thick coat during the winter months because it gets very cold up there. So the fine pets that can live in the North Pole, the Santa Claus and other staff up in the North Pole contracts with animal shelters around the world. And they'll bring pets that nobody's adopting that could be best suited for the North Pole, and they'll fly them up to the North Pole. So the elves can have a pet. And we know the studies, having a pet is very important to combat loneliness, to combat depression, anxiety, and other things that the elves can get too. It's not just a human thing to get depression and anxiety. Elves can get depression and anxiety too, and having a pet helps with those mental health things. So yes, the elves in the North Pole do have pets. Like a lot of kids down here in our part of the world, they have pets too. So, and then the thing about the North Pole is you don't have to send them dog food or cat food or any pet food. They got that handled. You know, for the kids, you can definitely still send your mail to Santa Claus asking what he wants for Christmas and wishes and stuff. But don't worry about sending money for pet food and all that because they got that covered. But yes, the North Pole, they do have pets there, and it's very important to have pets in the North Pole. So thank you for listening to the latest edition of Christmas from the North Pole Christmas Countdown. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for listening to Christmas from the North Pole Christmas Countdown. For more stories, articles, and podcasts, please log on to geekalabama.com.